Hey, we are going to do an updated class on what essential oils are, why they are good for our bodies, how to use them, and just the very basics. So if you've never been to a class or gotten the lowdown on the basics, this is for you. So Young Living is what I'm talking about as far as essential oils go. Those are the only oils I've used. I've used them for 9 years and I've studied them. I've been to their farms. I know the history and I just would not trust any others. That's just the deal. So everything I say is going to have to do with only Young Living. And I know maybe that sounds weird, but the way the laws are in the United States, there are all kinds of grades. There are 4 grades of essential oils, and in our country, with the labeling laws we have, which aren't good, you can have an essential oil labeled pure, but it only has 5% essential oil in it. That's not good. That's not good. I'm talking about 100% essential oil in it from farms that have never had fertilizers and anything bad on it, or at the very least haven't had anything on it like that for 50 years. Farms that are owned, farms that are hand weeded, and it's just, it's all done right. So there's a big difference, when you're looking at things that are natural and helping your health, you really have to kind of search out, or at least talk to somebody that you trust that knows where they came from and what those details are. So that's the case with Young Living. So that's why I go with them. They're a great company. They're, along with Apple Computers, those are my 2 companies that I'm pretty loyal to because they've just proved themselves to be good. So anyway, okay, let's talk about it. This is the cover of the box that the starter kit comes in, and the starter kit's just a great way to start. They've put together 11 oils and a few samples of other things in there that you can start with. There's over 200 oils. Some are singles, like lavender, peppermint, frankincense, and then some are blends of a bunch of singles mixed together for different purposes. There's also, this Young Living's a lifestyle company, so there are, the whole point of what we're talking about is not just essential oils, but it's also creating a toxin-free life in your home, on your body, on your face, on your hair, just everywhere, in the air in your home, creating a toxin-free life, because our goal here, our ultimate goal here, is to give our bodies the best chance to do what they do naturally, which is heal. We get a scratch, it heals. Our body was created to heal itself. And so, but with our modern society, with the way we've been eating for the last 50, 60 years, with the toxic things that we eat, that we put on our skin, that we put on our face, with makeup, with hair, with shampoo, with toothpaste, with house cleaner, with, what do we clean our car with? What do we put on our pets? What are we taking pills wise? There's so much toxicity in the modern day life that the goal here is to do all the things we can do easily and get some of those things out. We're always going to have some of that in our lives. We're always going to. But we can easily, with, every month I'm getting more stuff to keep that going, we can easily rectify those problems in a lot of ways. So anyway, okay, let's get to this starter box, and I'll just give you some basics on what we've got. So anyway, that was the cover, and it slides off, right? And then inside you have this beautiful box. It's got a magnet there, and you open it. There's this literature in here, a lot of great information, and then there's your first thing. It's this set of 10 oils right there, essential oils, and you lift that up, and there is a little ribbon with a cardboard. You take that out, and we have a lot more stuff in here too, and I will explain that shortly. after I go over this. Okay, so we have these essential oils. And what are essential oils? Essential oils are known as nature's living energy. They are the blood of the plant. They are the immune system of the plant. They are the thing that goes to the spot on the plant if it's damaged or injured or disease infested or whatever. It's that part of the plant that goes there and heals that part of the plant. And so since we are made of things like plants, we are living beings, right? Plants are alive, we are alive. Those oils affect us in much the same way. And you know, when you just think about how did God create the world, God created what we need in the plants, in the flowers, in the trees. He created what we need. So let's see. Let's just go through a few of these here. The first one that I will pick out, and the very most basic one that I'm sure you've heard of and maybe you smelled before, is lavender. Lavender they call the Swiss Army knife of oils. It smells good. Some people don't like lavender, but I like it. It's very calming. And the way we use oils, there's 3 ways that we use Young Living oils, and they are topically, so you can rub it on your skin. Aromatically, so you can, what we do is we put a drop in our hands, we rotate just a few times, cup it up to your nose, and inhale. And that is getting it into the limbic system, which is in your brain. It's the only sense, our smell is the only sense of our 5 senses that goes into the limbic system and gets to the emotional center. Yes, this has to do with emotions too. We're talking physical, we're talking emotional, mental, spiritual, in helping in that time that you might have meditation, those kind of things. But it is getting past, in many cases, the blood-brain barrier into the brain and into the bloodstream. So quickly, it's getting into the bloodstream quickly. And it is going, those molecules are so tiny, that's why it can go through the blood-brain barrier. It is getting into the body quickly, even topically. It's going through the skin, which is a sieve. It's getting into the bloodstream. It is going to the parts of the body that need it. There is an intelligence, and when you start Googling around and looking at PubMed documents and looking at studies that have been done with essential oils, particularly frankincense, you are going to be amazed at what happens in a petri dish. You're going to be amazed. So look that up and let me know if you want more information on that. But it is going into the cells of the body, and it's binding onto receptor sites that need it. And again, God made these. God knew what we needed. There's so much we don't know about the body, right? And so they are going where they need to be, So lavender is a very calming oil. This is a fantastic oil to diffuse at night. See, here's a diffuser. The diffuser comes with the kit, and that's my favorite one to choose of the diffusers. It has a bunch of different lights. This is on candlelight right now, but you put water in there, about that much water, and maybe 7 to 10 drops of an essential oil. And so this is a great one for a good night's sleep to put in there and right at your nightstand. You could also put that lavender on the bottom of your feet, where we have the largest pores of our body. There are some people that are so sensitive, when they put peppermint on the bottoms of their feet, a few minutes later, they will taste it on their tongue. So that's just evidence of that. Oil is going in. You know, you've heard of reflexology. So a lot's happening when you're putting oils on the bottom of your feet, even on your hands. Okay, so I know I'm throwing a lot of information at you, but I don't want this to last too long, and I'm not going to go through every oil, but I'm going to tell you I'll tell you what's in here, and I'll tell you about a few of them. Let's see. Frankincense is an amazing oil. Frankincense is from the Middle East, And we have a distillery over there where we distill frankincense. And you know, it's the oil that was brought to Jesus when he was a baby. And I hear people say, if it's good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for me. But frankincense, very calming, very uplifting, fantastic for healthy cell growth, good for respiratory function, and good for skin. You know, frankincense comes off of a frankincense tree where they shave part of the trunk of the tree and then the sap oozes out. So that kind of tells you that it's going to be good for the skin when that's how you're getting it out of the tree, the skin of the tree, right? Frankincense, wonderful. Wonderful to just put it on the crown of your head, like a few drops. On the back of your neck, I love to put oils on the back of my neck and just let them soak into my brainstem, and you know, I'm thinking that's going to be really good. Here's another one that I really like called, oh goodness, I'm having a hard time getting out of this box. There we go. I'm even taking these out. Raven. Raven is a blend of several oils, and it is fantastic for respiratory support, for the respiratory system. Okay, we are not talking in terms, we're talking holistically, right? And when you talk holistically, we're not talking in terms of body parts like the traditional medical world does, or what's wrong with this body part or that body part. We're talking in terms of holistic body systems. How are we going to support our body system, like our respiratory system? We're going to support it with Raven, is an example. Pour a drop of Raven into your hands, rub them around. Oh my goodness, that's going to clear things out, and that just smells wonderful. You know, if you're struggling with something in the respiratory arena, then you're doing that. You're diffusing it next to your bed at night. You're putting it on the bottoms of your feet. Another great thing is to get a pan of hot water with a towel, put some drops of Raven in there, and just put that towel over your head and breathe that in for a while. That will really support the respiratory system without necessarily having to turn to other things. I mean, don't we want to use something natural first? We do, because that's going to keep our body in good shape. That's going to keep our immune system boosted, and that is the goal. Let's see. Panaway is another great one to use for, I would say, the structural system, our bones, right? And the muscular system. So maybe after you've worked out, or just for whatever reason, those areas need some support, you're going to be putting this on those areas. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, okay. Well, I can't. Yeah, it's hard to pick. You know, I need to talk about all these. This one is fantastic. It's called Digize. It is a blend, and it is for digestion. So Digize, digestion. 5 or 6 drops on your hand, rubbed on your stomach. I don't care what the issue is. It can be one end of the spectrum or the other, if you know what I mean. And this is great stuff. And you know, you may have to do it several times over the course of a few hours, depending on what's going on. But this is fantastic. Car trips, this has saved us on car trips with our kids. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, another fantastic, very important oil is Thieves. And if you've heard of oils, you've probably heard of Thieves. Thieves is a blend, and Thieves, we're coming into fall and winter. I don't know when you're watching this, but we're coming into fall and winter right now, and people are like, what should I do? And it's all about Thieves. Thieves oil, there's Thieves hand sanitizer, there's Thieves household cleaner, there's Thieves laundry soap, dish soap, dishwasher detergent. There's Thieves everything. But you need to have Thieves in your arsenal, in your toolkit for keeping you healthy and your family healthy. If I feel the least little something coming on and I'm gonna support my body to not let that thing take hold, I'm gonna put some Thieves oil on my neck. There's some Thieves spray I'm gonna spray in my mouth. I'm going to be putting this on the bottom of my feet before I go to bed every night, maybe when I'm waking up. I'm going to be diffusing it by my bedside, all kinds of things, okay? Let's see. We've also got in here lemon, great for anything cleaning, great to diffuse, very uplifting. It's great to diffuse in the kitchen or a bathroom. I love that. Copaiba, that is, oh my gosh, Copaiba is just, supports the body's natural response to injury is how I would describe that. It's a fantastic oil. You're gonna have to read more about that. Citrus Fresh, that's a blend of citrus oils, lemon, orange, lime, grapefruit. That's just another great one to use for cleaning. You can put it in your natural cleaning things that you're buying. You can diffuse it. Again, very uplifting, the citrus oils. And then peppermint up here is another just very basic one. Really can clear you out. Great for the respiratory system. Great for digestion. Frankincense or peppermint is just wonderful for like just head, if you have head discomfort. And gosh, sometimes I'll even put a drop of peppermint on my hand. I'll put my thumb and I'll press that up on the roof of my mouth, and it's fantastic. So, okay, that's all I'm going to talk about with the oils. Oh, there's one more. Yeah, they give you 11 oils. In the bottom there is this one called Stress Away. Amazing. This one, I tell everybody, put this in your purse. And they also give you this extra roller ball and lid. And so you can put that roller ball on here, and then it becomes just like a roller thing. But put this, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Put this in your purse, and you know, it's just what it says. When you're stressed out, rub this on you, smell it, and you will just instantly, it will instantly change. Okay, there's a couple of samples in here. This is Ningxia Red. They give you 2 samples. I always say put these in the fridge. I drink these all the time, room temperature, but they really are better cold. But you know, these packets are fantastic for in your purse. This is a supplement. If you're in my private group, I have a video about exactly all the details of this, but this is just serious antioxidant supplement. It's just fantastic for the immune system. I've been drinking it for 9 years. I've been drinking 2 or 3 of these a day for 4 or 5 years. And I'm so much healthier now than I was 10 years ago. It's kind of crazy because I'm a lot older. But that is a big deal. This is a sample of the Thieves Household Cleaner, and you would just pour this, it's concentrated, so you would just pour this into like a 16, you could even do a 32 ounce, but maybe a 16 ounce spray bottle, fill it with water. If you want to add some vinegar in there, you could do that too, and start cleaning your house with that. And I'm telling you, you're not going to go back to the nasty, toxic cleaners that are lining the grocery store shelves, because they're terrible for us. They're terrible. And this is not only not terrible, it's good for us. So that is fantastic. They also give you some of these little tiny bottles that you can just, you know, want to share some oil with your friend, you can pour a few drops into a little bottle and give it away, because you're gonna love it. So you're probably gonna want to do that. So anyway, that is all. Oh, I'm so glad I got this done in under 20 minutes. I wanted to just be really respectful of your time, and I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, just reach out to me. You can email me at AllisonEssentials@gmail.com. I have a website, AllisonEssentials.com, and I will be happy to help you and answer any questions that I can. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Thanks.